So for those who were absent last week, Doug, you do a good job of this. What happened last week?
I was absent last week.
It was absent last week.
You were absent last week, Doug, but it could still range even less.
It was me, Vander, and Orion.
Oh, Chris, you speak up, so that means you get to do the the recap.
Oh, let's see. Let me find my notes.
Drag you across to the big map. Oop.
I'd like to help a little bit. We were at the Azure Bridge, and we found there was a ton of people that was kind of camped out at the bridge because they had raised the prices to 3 gold pieces in order to cross instead of 3 copper pieces. Avgi, with a big heart, tried to help as many people as he could, but with so many people crowding him, we kind of took matters into our hands, and we were going to address the gentleman who is in charge of the Azure Bridge of collecting the fee. I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. He's that sinister looking guy with the little clicky thing. Jordis. Avgi was able to intimidate him into lowering the prices.
Also gave him 100 gold to appease the queen. Yeah.
As we also kind of figured out that he was also somewhat under thumb, and also kind of feared for his own safety. So we kind of compromised, met in the middle. However, Vander decided he was going to try to skip out on paying the 3 copper and got caught. And ended up having to pay his own personal fee for getting caught. And then we went to the crossroads, in which it used to be a sign, and it was a makeshift shack now with a prophet who said he could speak from the perspective or conversate with any of the gods that are around, which Avgi and Vander both partake with some information that they have now for possible future endeavors. And then we were approaching Nangrath when we saw a little girl who was separated from her mom or parents because they were on their way to Nangrath, and she has an aunt back in Oathbreaker, if I remember correctly. But obviously, since we were on our way to Nangrath, we would, find a way to get her to Oathbreaker once we get to Nangrath. Whereas right before we got to Nangrath, we encountered the map that you originally saw, which was a bunch of these little gargoyle-type winged beast that was attacking a bunch of dwarfs, and one is currently trying to get away, and I will try to stop him on my turn when we get started.
Why don't we add an incretion into this? But excellent summary. Thanks for that, Josh.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. So Incretion and Adai wanted to roll into initiative. I don't think this will take terribly long, but...
Yeah. Maybe one quick thing. Because... So, theoretically, Abby and the others cut the queen's head like several times, but we thought maybe the real one. Did anyone talk with the queen in the last, weeks we have been around? Because everybody acts like the queen is still governing, but my feeling is that she's not. But is there any feedback on that?
Oh, so you didn't see that when we had the 2 queens' heads in the box, one with the crown, one without the crown, when we were trying to escape the city, when Strati betrayed us, there was another queen that
that's the part I missed. Okay, sorry, that's my bad.
She has multiple bodies or something.
Okay. So there is clearly, we know that we didn't kill yet at least one queen that is in charge. At least, if
One
not
or
more.
more, yes.
Or more, at
We've
least, yes.
seen 3 total now.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, that was some intel that I didn't get yet properly. Sorry.
Yes, one thing to just, which would make this clearer in your head, is when you check in the box every now and then, and there is definitely 2 rotting heads of Queen Athena in there. And yes, and when you were betrayed at the gates, there was a 3rd queen. So, yeah, at least 3 that you've seen. Okay, so we have that started with this dwarf being attacked by a bunch of gargoyles. I think these 2 are afraid of Avgi, I think.
I think so, yeah.
The dwarf? Oh, yeah.
These guys here.
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay, cool. So, look at that Incration. Appears from nowhere. There's still 1, 2, 3 of these stone flying creatures. And they got this chain of lilac around their neck. So, Incration, what do you do?
So Dwarf is semi-ally right now, or?
Yeah, he's in a net right now, being carried off by this gargoyle thing.
Okay, let's see here. I think with my throne, let's see here. Weapons that already thrown property increase their short range by 20 feet. Perfect. I can throw up to 50 feet now. Perfect. All right. So I will steady aim and throw at this gargoyle.
Oh, yep, that will definitely hit. And at advantage. So the card comes and slices through the gargoyle. It explodes in a puff of dust, shall we say. And Brangor, he starts falling out over this thing. Say D6 worth of damage. And he lands with an awkward thump. You're not sure if he's alive or they killed him. And he kind of falls. The gargoyle was carrying around in a net, so he's still tangled up in the neck and on the ground. Is he alive? Is he dead? You're not sure. But that would be your turn, Incration, because you steady aim. So, Orion, what you got?
All right, I'm going to go as much as I can over here. And I'm going to, I don't know how far away is he. Oh, just in case. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action Healing Word, our dwarf friend.
Okay. So you cast Healing Word on him.
It's going to pretty much full heal him, I think. I think I've done this before, so.
You very nearly insta-died from the fall. But you do breathe life back to him. You see him gasp as an air as his body was broken from the fall, but is now looking pretty good.
10 hit points, if he even had that many hit points to begin with.
He doesn't.
And then I'm going to look at the one that's this one right here in particular. I think it's your turn to fall. And I will toll the dead.
Okay, let me bring up this guy's stat sheets. He has taken damage of this. He fails his wisdom saving throw. As a toll of the dead rings out. Oh wow, that's great damage. I only did roll a natural 20.
Oh, darn it.
There's no modifiers either, so just natural 20 for a 20. Okay, so the toll there doesn't ring out. You see him back and looking terrified at Avgi with his bone wings extended. Is that your turn, Orion?
Yep.
Lucy continues to grab the coattails of Vander, no longer impeding his spellcasting ability. And Joy, who has 3 levels of exhaustion. What would Joy like to do?
Can Joy even move at this point? I'm not too familiar with exhaustion.
So I got you covered.
think it's any D20 abilities, attack, saving throws are at disadvantage, and I believe your movement is halved.
Right. So Joy's movement normally is 40, so I guess she'll be moving 20 feet currently. Maybe she'll just use her action to dash. I mean, there's no reason to not do that. Yeah, so she'll fly over here.
Okay.
Exhausted, and yeah, that's her turn.
Okay, nice. Adai. Two gargoyle-type creatures. Actually, they're flying away, so they'll be 10 feet in the air.
Energy start cracking from my skull, and two rays of energy crack on them. So you cast a mind whip on this one and this one. Intelligence saving throw 15 for 11 points of damage each.
They both fail. And -2 is intelligence. It's always going to be a tough roll. And yeah, they're flying and they almost fall out of the sky as your psychic energy lashes them, but they maintain.
Okay. In their turn, they can do an action, a bonus action, or a move, but only one of them.
Okay, got it. Nasty. Okay. Brungor, he starts crawling away, just trying to get away. He stumbles over there. Oh, so a movement, an action, or a bonus. Oh, it's gonna try and get away. That's what it's gonna do. That's flying away that way, and that's as far as it can get. Avgi.
Yeah. I'm gonna charge after them, so that would be. Let's see, it's 10 feet up. So. Can't really do anything but run after it, dragging his bone wings along the ground, angrily flaring up dirt and mud and looking scary. Yeah. Just dashing there.
A little less scary, though, as your rage fades. Carefully avoiding these purple puddles of rain. Vander, with Lucy still holding on to your coattails, what do you do?
Yeah, we're just going to gently bring Lucy with the rest of the group.
Oh.
And I think I'm just going to, in case someone wants to do something fun with them, I think I'm just going to Mind Sliver to make it easier for their spells to have an effect. So it needs to do a intelligence 17 saving throw.
Actual 19, and it doesn't. So 7 psychic damage against this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it has a 1d. Is it a 1d4? 1d6 subtracted. No. 1d4. Sorry.
Saving throws, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of saving throws, I'm going to need Avgi to make one as you get close to this creature here.
Yeah.
This weird lilac smell.
Yes,
but
13.
Avgi, yeah. So you weren't affected by it, so we're good. No. That is.
It's fair would end now, I think.
Yep, that makes sense. That's 10 feet above you. But it's got a lance. With a 10-foot reach from 10 foot above, goes and stabs down upon you, rolling a 16 Avgi, which I believe hits.
Yes.
And then he stabs you again with a lance for a second time with an 18 to hit. So total damage, Avgi, 21 points of damage.
Jeez.
Now it can't move, so that will be its turn. And we'll swing back to Incretion.
Looks like just this one left.
There's one flying away, like all the way over to the right side of the map.
Oh, well, we can't have that. Bonus action dash. And we'll throw a card at it. No steady aim. 13?
13 misses of its thick stone-like hide.
Okay.
So that's a miss.
That's the turn.
Okay, so I'm just making a quick adjustment here. Okay, so the card goes wide for once, and we'll swing round to Orion.
All right, I'll get over here to the edge of the trees right there. And we'll fire off a guiding bolt his direction.
Right. That will hit. Oh, and it explodes in a bunch of dust. And Kracian, take 5 points of asbestos poisoning. And Lucy, hold on to your coattails. Joy's stumbling around.
Yeah.
Okay. And Adai, just this one up in the air, flying above Avgi that you see. What do you do?
Actually, I still have a bonus action.
Sorry.
And if I remember correctly, my story form is still up. I just have to go back and check.
I think it is. You're right.
So I will fire off a bonus action shot at the last remaining one.
Okay, with your starry form of the archer. Oh, there we go.
Natural 20!
I rolled badly, though.
Beautiful hit. But not the best crit. Okay, it's glow slightly, so Adai, this thing you have advantage if you choose to shoot it or something
How
like that.
high is he?
10 feet.
Can I attack him with a weapon at this height, or?
I'll say at disadvantage, so it'll be a straight roll if you wish to attack him.
No, then I do firebolt. With
okay,
advantage.
sure. So firebolt at advantage.
17.
Just
hit.
hits. Just hits, yep. 17's its armor class.
13 points of fire damage.
Fantastic.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, so it starts burning on the sky and goes down like a rocket on fire.
Okay. So you'll take a moment to collect yourself as the rain continues to pour down across this cursed land. Barangor eventually throws off his net from his things, from his back. And whoops. Come here. And he says to the group as you're all gathered up together, says, I don't know who you are, I don't know where you come from, but I owe you my life. It's this cursed land. So my name is Brungor. To who do I owe my life to?
Well,
I think
We're-
you're offering your life to the Redeemer.
or just us also works.
Well, thank you. Must admit that we don't see a lot of travelers in this cursed land. What brings you to the outskirts of Nangrath?
We are traveling north. We have business there.
I'm also looking for apparently my birth mother. Fadov. You've heard of her?
Well, I don't know of anybody by that name on these lands. I mean, I've lived in Nangrath my entire life, hundreds of years. I've never heard of someone called Fadov. Oops, you're not an Odinbeer, you're an Aglirion. Huh. Oh, no,
Queen comes around the corner and...
So, yeah, I mean, as I said, I owe you my life, but, Fadov, you say? I never heard of her. What does she look like?
Fortunately, my adoptive mother didn't really give me a description.
I assume
Just a name.
she's an... I got an elf, if my eyes do not mistake me.
They do not.
Well, we've had Nangrath, the village is primarily a dwarven village. We did have elves every now and then. There's a couple living in town at the moment, but none by the name of Fadov.
You're just gonna be lost in thought.
And just a word of advice. I mean, if I hadn't had kind of here chasing down this damn mule, I would have stayed within the confines of Nangrath. And if you get there, it's best you stay indoors. It's a double plague on Nangrath. We have these flying creatures that kidnap our people, or that blasting lilac thing around their neck. They often exhaust their targets and make for easier to capture. Maybe the Lord Nangrath can talk to you more about that if you beseech him. But we're also cursed by night. Not sure what the creatures are. Dark creatures come and take people during the night as well. So it's like the land of Nangrath has been doubly cursed. But here, the more I talk, the more we remain outside. Come, follow me, I'll lead you to Nangrath. I assume you're silently following me.
Yeah, Abby is gonna return after his transformation is ended and go pick up Lucy and pick her up on his shoulders.
So giving her a nice piggyback. So, Brangor leads you into the town of Nangrath. Now, Nangrath has seen better times. You notice there's some walls crumbling over here. Some of the stone buildings are decrepit. They've been run down. But Brangor invites you in and says, "Welcome to Nangrath, our dwarven settlement. Well, you can see we've had a bit of trouble of late. Yes, I assumed I can tell you that if it wasn't dwarves who had built this, it would have fallen long ago. Now, do you need help around town? Do you need anything I can help you? I'd be more than happy to help."
Do you have some directions to perhaps some kind of shop that sells utility items? Perhaps even some magical items would be interesting to take a look at.
Unfortunately, no magical items. We have a common goods store, but mostly used for mining. Though our mining operations have shut down, so you'll find things like picks, lanterns, things like that.
So there's no master craftsman in a dwarven city?
I take the subtle dig there. We have craftsmen who can... There's a blacksmith who can forge things, but as I said, mining equipment mostly.
Well,
the center thing, this gigantic thing in the middle.
Well, that'll be the Tower of Nangrath. That's where you'll find Lord Arenbra He's the leader of this town.
I approach FG and subtly I ask him, do you feel the torque, the stone torque?
Let me check. Yeah, do I sense, let's see, within 1 hex distance on the map, do I sense if it's moving or in proximity to where we are?
You do not detect one nearby.
No. Okay.
But we are in Nangrath, no?
Let me double check. No, you don't. Nope.
I thought it was supposed to be here, one of them.
Yes,
What if it's...
Kalner Rockhart, Nangrath. I'm gonna say that name out loud and see if Brungor reacts to that.
You don't recognize the name. He was a fool of Nangrath, but this was hundreds of years ago. He's long dead. Lord Aronbar Nangrath would be his closest living relative.
Would there be an opportunity to have an audience with this Lord Aronbar?
Of course. I'm more than happy to make introductions, but I'm just a commoner here. I have no sway, but if I tell her the story of how you saved my life, I'm sure he'll be less grumpy than usual. But in Cretian, I believe, would it be useful for me to introduce you to the elves around here?
I don't see how it would hurt. Just a second. So it takes you to a bit kind of buildings on the way to the main terracotta of stone domiciles, and he introduces you to a couple. There's Versin there and Lavora. Leorva there. They're you're not sure what type of elf they are, but they're definitely not wood elf like yourself. And Brungara says, Versin, Lalova, we have a person here looking for elves in Cretian. I don't know how to... This is such an awkward question, but are you his parents? And I say, what? I give up. You fucking do the talking, lad. This is confusing enough for me as it is. Apologies there for the awkward introduction. I'm searching for my birth mother. I don't know much. I was just told that her name is Faydove, and obviously she's a wood elf of sorts.
I know nobody by that name. There was...
possibly you might have heard of my father, but before he passed, apparently his name was Glenvailer.
Once again, not ringing any bells. There was a lass here called Barinda. Can't tell if she's a wood elf or not, but she disappeared in the night. We've had problems here. We were attacked by the air during the daytime, and attacked by night by... we haven't managed to see one or capture one, but nobody by Faydove. But I can tell you that Barinda was taken in the night. Lord Nangrath can probably tell you more about that.
Well, I thank you for your time, and again, apologies for the awkward introduction.
It's all right. These are strange times. So, Brango...
So when they said these are strange times, knowing that that's almost an insult, did they mean that way, or did they just mean like, hey, like, times are rough right now?
Times are rough was the thing.
Okay.
I mean, according to Brungor and these elves, they've been attacked by day, by gargoyle type creatures, by night, by something mysterious, plus the midnight curse. So, triple whammy for the village. But Brungor takes you into the halls. And there's a gruff-looking man here. This guy here. Whoops. This guy here. And he's standing next to what appears to be like a stone throne, but he's not actually on the throne. And Brungor goes, Captain Nick, these people wish an audience with Lord Nangrath. And I at least owe them a debt of gratitude. They saved my life. And kind of Captain Ick takes a big drag on his cigar and blows out his smoke. And he says, well, I guess thanks are in order. But if you thanks are enough to get you into the graces of Lord Aranbar, they've got another thing coming. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask what you wish to talk to Captain Nangrath, Lord Nangrath about. I notice there's no dwarves amongst you. That's an immediate strike against you.
I'm sorry, I was talking alone. Two reasons bring us to this incredible town. One, my friend in Christian is searching for a family, a relative, a long-time lost, her blood mother. And second, we are traveling around these lands, searching for a cure for this horrible rain that is destroying our beautiful kingdom. We feel that an object that is hidden somewhere in this area, maybe nearby, could help us stop this rain. An old torque that was once a jewel in this town.
Once again takes a long drag on his cigar, kind of leaving the moment awkward enough to know that he's not whatever you're saying is not a priority to him, and he blows out another sweet smoke. Says, "Let me get this straight. You've come to Nangrath looking for an artifact, so you're here to raid the treasures of Nangrath."
I'm looking for guidance. We are looking for guidance. Do you like the rain, by the way?
It'll take more than a rainstorm to break the spirit of the dwarves.
Maybe of the dwarves, but your fields and other people's fields are being destroyed. I guess this is something that maybe is over your payroll. Maybe you will need to ask your boss. I feel that this is an important message that we need to discuss with him.
Also, if you don't really care about the rain, I mean, I hear some of your citizens go missing during the night and during the day. You got to care about fellow dwarves, right?
Yes, if that seems to be a problem, perhaps we can provide assistance in exchange for information and the artifact.
You should have led with that. You came with a list of demands saying, we want this, we want that. And, you know, dwarves has never wanted to give one away for free. Tell you what, I'll bring in the Lord. You converse with him. Once again, long drag on the cigar and then takes his time. And a very elderly dwarf enters. And he's kind of walking slowly. You're not sure if it's purposeful or not. Whether he's just being a dick like Captain Ick is. But he eventually comes and sits on the stone throne. Has a quiet whispered conversation with Captain Ick. And he leans back and he says, "You're in the presence of Lord Aranbar Nangrath. I hear you've saved one of the citizens and you've come to make a deal. Let me hear what you have to say.
I refresh my mind and remember every single time my tongue got in the middle of getting something done. And I take a step back and I put my hand over the shoulder of Vandor and I say, our spokesperson can explain you in detail.
It's got a hospital pass in
Oh.
rugby. You pass the ball to someone just as they're about to get tackled.
Exactly.
Well, to be quite frank with you, my lord, we're seeking to end this blight of rain that's causing havoc all over continent as we've experienced it. We're currently coming from Oathbreaker, and I'm sure you have some relations with the royal family housed over there. But I'm also sure you heard about the news about the change in the inside of the family, and things have really turned for the worse. The queen, the new queen, seems to have kind of lost her mind, and she seems to have access to very big magical powers, which seems to be the source of this rain that we're trying to stop. So we're trying to find someone to help us with trying to end this catastrophe. We do have some leads. One of the leads that we found, I'm going to look at Avgi and say, would you like to show the Lord, His Royal Highness, the torque that we found?
He's going to lift up his arm and show off the torque of the tower, this being the mithril torque.
We're not 100% sure what they do, but we know that there's more of them, and we believe that there were one here in this city, but so far we haven't gotten any clues about that. Yeah, so we're kind of empty-handed at this point, and we also heard that you guys had some troubles missing dwarves. Perhaps we could try to help each other.
An insight check, please, Vander.
That's my specialty. It's not too bad.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. At the mention of the torque, you swear you see Lord Arenbar and Captain Ick exchange glances. And Lord Arenbar, if he was reserved before, he's even more reserved now. And he says, Torque, that's a mighty fine-looking torque you have. We have no such treasure. And to be perfectly frank and honest, if we did have such a treasure, such a powerful item, we'd keep it for ourselves. We need all the help we can get.
Do you mean these are powerful items? What kind of power do they hold? Because currently we know nothing about them.
Perhaps you misheard me, my friend. I know nothing about it. I would tell you about the one I have if I only had one.
Can I insight check that?
Sure. Can't help but glance at his wrist, as all as you do, and he's definitely not wearing a torx, like a bracelet type of thing. He doesn't have one of those. But I'll just say Orion, he knows more than he's letting on.
Forgive me for asking, my Royal Highness, but you just called them powerful yourself. How do you know that they are powerful?
Didn't you say there were keys to this defeating this curse? Wouldn't that imply that they were powerful?
That's the clues we have now.
You're not one asking the questions here. So, if I understand, you're here to steal the treasures of the dwarves, and you're here to find some elf. And if your eyes were perhaps blinded by the rain, but this is the land of the dwarves. A couple of elves here, but that's about it.
I'm sorry here, Commander of the City Lord, but it looks like we have a bit of a misunderstanding. We're not here to steal your coffers at all. We come to offer our aid with probably the promise of maybe some information and possibly a reward if we are able to aid you in your city.
Yes, I would imagine that Redeemer has took eyes on Nangrath and has seen to send us here to help you get rid of these problems.
The Redeemer hasn't been seen in these lands for a long time. Here we worship the inevitable, the god of competence, which is surely lacking in these times. You'll find no worshippers, no prophets, nothing in regards to the Redeemer.
Perhaps that is the problem. Maybe a test of good faith. If we were allowed to take on one of these particular issues that you would give us, may you give me an audience with your townspeople for a moment to shed some light on the Redeemer. Then we can discuss further business to know that we are sincere in our plight in trying to help this land in Nangrath and all of
Clarion.
Algeria, yeah.
Alderon, it's not Alderon. Alderon's gone, my friend. Suffered a
Sorry.
worse fate than Eglarion. Make a persuasion check. Orion.
Is there guidance on this, maybe?
Yeah, I will throw guidance on him as like a not as a magical means, but to kind of like do a show that the Redeemer is with him, giving him like a holy-esque aura.
Sleight of hand check, Incretia. $15. Yep. Ugh, it's a terrible roll for you, but a good roll overall. Yeah, you cast guidance on him. You could tap on the back.
19.
You know you'd be wasting your breath, wouldn't you?
I don't think I would be resting your breath. I think you will start to marvel that the Redeemer is dissatisfied with the predicament he finds this land, and he requires an uprising. And I know, as dwarves, you are proud people. You would like to take up arms in defense of this despicable curse.
All right. You'll have your audience, if you like, under one condition. We have this kind of links everything together. If you can sort out this gargoyle problem for us, these flying creatures who with these wreaths around their neck to exhaust our people. If you can get them there, resolve the situation, I'll give you an audience with the people where you can speak the words of the Redeemer. I must admit, dwarves are hard-headed, and we've served the inevitable for such a long time that I think your work will be against you. And perhaps let's start with the gargoyles. We'll go from there. Do you have any other questions?
Do you have any information about the gargoyles? What sort of things we can expect?
Or any leads of where their home base or camp would be, where they come from?
Maybe perhaps where they usually end up taking one. We saved one of your own coming in. Is there a certain direction that they come from?
The map's being a bit odd. Well, here is what we know. Fort Blackwell to the north of here has long been abandoned. Not much action there. We know that on the parapets and on the walls there were depictions of gargoyles. They're just these snarling beasts. Ever since the rain came, the beasts seem to have come alive. So I think the best place to start looking would be Fort Blackbell to the north of here. I must warn you, though, they've managed to come some very, very potent poison that will exhaust a man, drop him to his knees so he can barely move. I know this is not very useful, but I guess just as a warning, keep your distance if you can.
Fort Blackwell it is. You've been very kind in coming of this information. I do not wish to distaste your hospitality, but is there a tavern we could go to have a drink and form a plan among ourselves?
Of course. I can tell you, though, children are not welcome in the tavern. It's a drinking establishment.
No,
We have a child with us?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll find somewhere for little Lucy here to stay.
I'll hand
Mhm.
I'll hand the Lord. I'm gonna hand the Lord 5 gold, and say, "Drinks on me. Thank you for your hospitality."
The dwarf's not one to say no to free gold, so he takes your gold. And so you exit the Lord's chamber, back onto the street of Nangrath. There's still, compared to Oathbreaker, this place is a hive of activity, which is to say you see people wandering the streets. So Lucy tugs on your arm, Avki, and says, what now? Gonna take me to my auntie now? What's going on?
Yes, we'll little Lucy, we'll see if we can find someone who's traveling to Oathbreaker and can take you with them. See if we can find some good-natured people who can help you out to get there, and or give you a comfortable home here as you stay here for a little while. Oathbreaker is quite dangerous, you know.
This place isn't nice either. They got day and night that attacked. I'd prefer to be with my auntie.
Yeah, you need family close. Orion, you always struck me as a good judge of character, and I don't want to leave Lucy in bad hands with all this rain and stuff going on. Someone to abandon her. Could you help me find some people who seem good-natured and would be able to help?
You did meet those elves on the way in. Perhaps maybe they would be willing to at least watch her for the time being. Or we can find if there's someone that makes deliveries. Perhaps it doesn't look like they're in much of a production mood, at least for trading in whatever the means may be. But it might be difficult to find someone that's willing to go all the way to Oathbreaker from here.
Yeah. Unless that's a route they're already planning to take. That would be very fortuitous for us, though, so I don't suppose it should happen.
Perhaps maybe from the smith, maybe they're delivering any type of weaponry to the Oathbreaker for their gods. It's a possibility.
Yes, and such a shipment would be protected from bandits and thieves, I suppose. Would be a bit more safe, perhaps. I'll go check in with those elves and check in with the blacksmith as well.
Okay. So the owls are in one of these buildings over here, Vestron and Lava, and they're just going about their business, preparing food. They have food to prepare, so that's something. They say, "Oh, welcome back. Sorry we weren't really information about you. Your mother, friend. What can we help you with?"
Sorry for intruding. I need some help. This little girl is gonna just look up at Lucy sitting on his shoulders. We found her on the road on the way here, and she has no one except an aunt back in Oathbreaker, and well, we're trying to see if there are any merchants or travelers taking the road to Oathbreaker from here to if they could take this little one with them. Do you happen to know if that is something that's happening regularly?
If you came a few weeks ago, there'd be shipments going all the way here to Oathbreaker, but Lord Nangrath, in his wisdom, he did not pledge loyalty to the Queen. So any trade between the two towns is pretty much stopped. I know our neighbours Gorso did pledge allegiance to the Queen, the town of Gorso, but Nangrath did not. So trade between us is zero.
That's good for you. A bit shame for Lucy here, though. Lucy, could you? I'm gonna pick her down and wait outside for a bit. I'm just gonna have a conversation with these people.
Okay. She immediately goes from Evgi to Vander. Holds on to you. Kind of does a kid thing, kind of hides behind your leg and looking forward. But they give you a private audience, Visserin and Lorva.
I don't mean to impose, but this little girl has no one. Is there any orphanage in town? Someone who would be able to look after a child her age? Someone good and kind?
Actually, no orphanage. I mean, we're a small village, a fortified village, which I am eternally thankful to the inevitable. No orphanage. Are you looking for a permanent home for this child?
She would want to return to Oathbreaker, but considering its dangers of travel and, Oathbreaker's dangers, not to mention this one, but yes, somewhere for her to live, at least as the situation in this world perhaps becomes better. Not sure if it's a fully permanent living situation, but a temporary one. It seems she also wants to return to Oathbreaker, so do you know someone, or perhaps and Avgi's gonna look at them, and they are husband and wife or family or something?
Husband and wife, yeah, male and female. Yep.
Do they seem to have like family effects of children or something around?
That's around the inside of the house, and there's no toys or anything like that, so I suspect they have no children.
Or perhaps would you want to perhaps help keep this one safe for a while at least? I can pay you.
Well, I was going to say the raising of a child is quite expensive.
Yes. I do know how expensive things must be. No, Avgi isn't very good with gold. Never has been. Doesn't think of gold as a what should we say? A useful thing in life. Which would probably have transferred to Bones spending thrifts. But what would be considered like a good amount of money needed to raise a child for, say, 1 to 2 years? To give them a decent, ample servings of food and clothing and stuff, toys.
Intelligence check. We'll start with there.
Yeah, let's see. Intelligence.
Well, Abgi is better than Bone at this, so that's something. You do some mental math in your head, and
That's an 11, right?
7.
7.
Because I mean, that's not adding your modifier.
Oh,
is.
I don't have a modifier. Yeah, let us say it could be worse. So
Yeah, it used to be worse.
yeah, -3 or 4, I think.
Now you're flat.
Oh wait, because the intelligence.
Yeah,
you're
I
wearing
thought
the
the
circlet that
headband.
makes it 19, so you should have like +4.
Yeah, you should have a +4 now.
No. The headback of intellect was not the best intellect headband. It's
Okay. It's like Josh and I were on the same page. You were like, wait.
I was about to say, wait a minute, you got a headband of intellect. That's +4 at least.
Yeah, it makes me in normal smart. Not
Normal smart. Okay, got you.
Not big dumb brute who's been lobotomized smart. So literally.
Do you want to give her a nice modest, like not extravagant, just a modest amount?
Yeah, like give her upper middle class raisings, I suppose. Decent.
And for 2 years?
Yeah, 1 to 2 years, I suppose. We could be able to fix it in that time, I hope.
You reckon about that much silver pieces? It's about 250 gold. Be more than comfortable for 2 years.
More than comfortable. I'm gonna give them 110 gold. I don't have much more, so I'm just gonna give them the pouch. This should just be until the situation blows over. If trade starts, could you use some of that money to send her to Oathbreaker with protection and a protected shipment of weapons, if that's something that's gonna start up again in the future?
We have enough gold at the time, of course.
If not, teach her a trade and she can help earn some money after a while. Not to approve of child labor, but...
Well, now, I mean, I could teach you how to play some cards if that's what you want before we embark.
Well, if you have the time, Ingration, that's...
I always have the time for cards.
But, well, I might be able to scrape up some more money before I leave this place, but you're willing to take on this burden.
No, this will suffice. Unfortunately, my husband are unable to have children. So we'd be most welcome of a young child to help us, and I guess help her as well. I think you have more of a relationship with her now. Perhaps you could. We'll get things ready inside here, and bring her in when she's ready.
Yes, of course. I'll spend some time with her outside and explain to her how things must be for a little while.
I want to stay with you. You can't make me. I don't want to. I don't know them. No.
Let me talk to her. She probably rushes outside or something. Tantrum me. So yeah, it's gonna
I
go
think
after
you'll
her.
need all the help you can get on this one, and I'll slap him with some guidance.
Oh yeah.
Ugly child.
The scariest monster of all.
Ah, a true big bad evil guy. But yeah, it's gonna just turn around and blessings of the Redeemer upon you. Truly, thank you. And then it's gonna rush after Lucy.
She does run away. Can you make a perception check, please?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's hiding behind one of the buildings in a corner. And she's kind of gone down on her haunches, and it's got her head. You can't see her face anymore, and her hair is wet from the rain.
Look, Lucy, I can't take you with us. What we do, me and my friends, are... You've seen already those gargoyles we stopped from kidnapping Brungor. It's really dangerous work. I want to help you, and this won't be permanent. I know you want to return to your auntie in Oathbreaker, and these people said they'll help. They won't make you stay with them, but they seem like nice people, and I know they're not probably a bit different from your parents, but I know they can help you. He's gonna talk like he doesn't really know where she is, but yeah, he knows where she is, but just talking out in the air so she would hear him, but not indicating she's been found or anything.
Make a persuasion check, and don't forget your guidance.
Oh yeah, gonna need that one. It's gonna be a 14.
She looks up from her kind of almost mud puddle that she's crouched in, and looks up to you with her hair streaked with the rain. And she says, I understand what you're saying, Evie, but I don't know these people. But I guess I could. Do you promise to come back and visit me?
Of course. We're probably going to stay here in Nangrath for some time as we help the people here and look for this extra little torque we're looking for. But I'll come visit you whenever I can. And he's gonna take off his amulet, showing the symbol of the Redeemer. And well, this thing is if you feel unsafe or things seem bad and you don't know what to do and life seems hard, just hold this tight as you pray. The Redeemer will surely answer your prayers and soothe your problems and pains and make your life better.
Takes the amulet and puts it around her neck. She has looped it a couple of times because her neck's significantly skinnier than your neck. And she reaches up, holds your hand. She takes a deep breath.
Are you ready?
No.
No, you're never ready. Let's go have a talk with them, and I'll sit with them until they seem more comfortable. Okay?
Okay. So you take her back to the home of the owls, and they welcome her. And, Lucy, hi. We prepared some food for you. This is something my speciality. These cookies. And she doesn't acknowledge them, doesn't grab a cookie.
Oh, a cookie! May I have a taste?
For your cookie, and it's delicious.
Oh, and he's gonna do the stuff his mouth with a cookie and mumble, "Oh, this is good. Lucy, you gotta try this one. Oh, my. Yum, 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 yum."
He reaches out and snatches a cookie off the plate, keeping her back to the elves, and starts munching away.
Lucy, is it?
Doesn't respond.
Would you like to see a card trick?
Doesn't respond.
I start doing card tricks.
Make your performance check. You will do some card tricks. Let's see how spectacular they are.
I'll guide myself on this. Oh my gosh, it rolled from a 19 to a 3. I mess up while I'm doing the card trick and the deck just everywhere.
Lucy approves. She smiles.
I'll reach down and I'll hand her the Jack of Clubs from the deck, and I'll say, with this, young Lucy, can you consider yourself the first of the new recruits that I've recruited to the new Uncanny Vagabonds?
Takes the card, but once again, she's very, very shy.
Alright, I tried my best. Orion, you're up.
I'm not necessarily great with children. Ron awkwardly goes up there. Thinks for a minute.
You're being very awkward at the moment, Orion.
That's exactly Orion in this particular case.
Look, the elf says, look, I know you have important things to do. Just leave Lucy with us. And of course, come back and visit.
Yes, we do have some stuff to do, and I promise, Lucy, well, I'll come visit whenever I can, and, well, perhaps these two people can tell you something about them, themselves. What are your hobbies? He's gonna ask these two to try to make them seem more not scary and more people-y.
They start talking about all the fun things they're going to do, like craft type activities, paper folding, origami, that sort of stuff. And Lucy rushes up to you and gives you a big crushing hug, Bone. Well, crushing for her.
Yeah, I'm gonna not crush her like I did that child.
Sorry, guys, I have to leave. Okay, see you.
Okay.
I'll see you.
Have fun.
Take care, Sergio. Bye.
See you, Sergio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
it's gonna
latches.
give her a hug and
Yeah, she continues to latch on to you. She's not letting go.
I'm gonna return. I was gonna just stroke her back. Don't worry. I'll be here. Not whenever you need me, but I'll return from time to time. I promise. On the Redeemer.
Uses to let go.
I'm gonna just, not very forcefully, but firmly, without not causing damage or what's seeming angry or anything. Just, it's okay, Lucy. It's gonna be fine.
Make a strength check. I'll say it -2 because she's a child, so I don't think Evgie can really fail on that, can he? Oh, well.
If it's a pure strength check, maybe.
And she's at -2. I forget. That's a 4. So you do pry her off. One of the elves grab her, and she starts crying.
Vander is going to approach Lucy as well, and he's going to sit down on his knees as the elves are holding her. And he's going to fish out a little pearl from his pocket. And he's going to gently move it towards her and say, Lucy, this little gemstone is very special to me. But I think you've shown a lot of courage these last hours actually. So I want you to try to help me and keep it safe. And the next time we meet, I want you to show it to me again. See how well you manage to keep it safe. And since you've shown so much courage, I have no problem, entrusting this to you. I think you'll do a very good job. And Venner is going to hand Lucy the gem worth 100 gold.
He takes it.
And yeah.
Now, just to point
Just turn around to the others.
A small thing. Isn't that your component for identify spells?
Oh, maybe it is. I'm going to give Lucy something else. I'm going to give her quartz.
There we go. Okay, she takes it, and the elves kind of nod and say, "Okay, we got this. It's not going to be easy, but we got this."
We're gonna briefly teach the adults, the two elves, the elven couple, how to play cards, and I'll give them 50 gold for startup money for their card games.
Do not say no to it.
Showered with gifts.
And then I'm going to make an insight check. This is just for me to think how they grasp the basics of cards, so we'll see how they do.
So, in the darkness of this world, perhaps you've made one little girl safe. Not necessarily happy, but safe. And Lucy almost seems annoyed that you're going now. She's going through stages of grief, perhaps. She doesn't say goodbye, but she's stroking the amulet on her neck and kind of fiddling with the quartz in her hands. You leave the home of the elves and find yourself back onto the streets once again under the pouring rain in Odin and Aglerion in this cursed land.
A tavern? Was that where we were supposed to head for a spell?
Just figured maybe we could, use a drink, get out of the rain, form up a plan.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Hustle a dwarf or two. I say it really quiet so nobody in the streets hears me.
This looks like a tavern down here to me. A lot of dwarves drinking beer. Yeah. The crowded tavern. Somebody's playing a lute in the corner. And this, if anywhere, this would be they offer you some, say a gallon of ale for the table. Just hit you back 2 silver pieces. And to stay here for the night would be 5 silver pieces. To gather around the table.
Is it 5 silver pieces per person, or just 5 for the group to stay for the night?
Spend 7 and you can drink lots of ale and sleep here, everybody. So 7 silver pieces.
I will give him 6 gold as a thank you and a tip.
It's an amazing tip. The food and the ale flows as long as you need it to.
It's like real life. You tip your bartender a 20 for a drink, and they give you primo service.
It's true the world over.
Well, now, seems like we're gonna have to go to that there fort and bash in some gargoyles.
Yeah, they seem to come out by day, was what the Lord said.
And
Yes.
then
They have
some
some
type.
weird thing that they wore around their necks.
Yes, it smelled of, what's the flower? Lilacs. It's sweet scent.
Well, I know one thing. They, as I kind of shake off my coat, my cloak a little bit, don't get near them when they tend to be no more of this world. They explode into some kind of dust.
Perhaps we could fashion some sort of some mufflers or something to hide our noses and mouths from breathing this stuff in.
Would I know? Would this be like a type of poison?
No, I don't think it was poison because
It
it affected Joy.
affected Joy, so it's something similar to poison, but not actually
Okay.
poison, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But yes, you do know Joy, who is immune to poison, was immune to it.
Was affected.
It wasn't affected. Well, was affected, yes.
But yes, something that could keep us from inhaling that stuff. Possibly.
Well, we are in a dwarven town, and I think our dwarf friend mentioned something about mines, so they have to have some type of covering that they use when they go down in the mines.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go make some friends and get some information. I'll head over to a dwarf table, sit down, put 1 gold down in front of them, say, "Drinks on me, friends. How are you?"
Great friend. I couldn't
Hey, I
help
got a
but
question.
I couldn't help but overhear the conversation. You're looking to protect yourself from that lilac bloom thing?
Yes. Do you have any recommendations being a mining town and all?
We wear these masks when we go down with the dust and the coal and everything, so put these on. It'll help at the very least.
Thank you, friend. Have a few more drinks on me. I'll put down 1 electrum piece.
Is half a gold? Is that right?
10, I think.
10.
10 gold. Whoa.
Yeah.
We're about to charge you for the masks, but you're the generous man. We'll throw them in for free.
Thank you. Name's Incration of the new Uncanny Vagabonds. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for your kindness.
Nods. And you get a mask plenty enough for everybody. And just like leather masks with a very thin kind of mesh on the front. You think, oh, it helps in the coal mines. Probably helps here as well.
All right, well, there we are, guys. Just gotta know how to work a tavern, Vander.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
Well, sure. If you know how to spend your money, I guess. And it seems like your pockets are very deep tonight.
I lose more than this in 1 game of cards.
My pocket seems to be very shallow for the time being.
The masks will give you advantage on Constitution saving throws versus the lilac bloom, just in case I forget. Advantage on the saves. All right. So you make some contacts with the dwarves, get the masks, have as much drink and food as you like. And if there's anything else, you can rest for the evening, get a long rest, and we can proceed to the gargoyles come morning. Is anything more to discuss, or are we good for the morning?
Should we have some sort of plan when we're attacking them? Because they seem very fond of just picking up easy targets and carrying them away. And to be honest, I don't want to plan to be picked up by some gargoyles and been taken to a random tower, having my being eaten by those creatures or whatever they do with the dwarves.
Well, now, Vander, since you mentioned it, I have a little bit of a plan. You said targets that are easy to be picked off, they might be inclined to. So what if we use Joy and Adai's owl for bait? Coastal. Joy and Coastal for bait. And then we
Well,
can come around the bushes and then them gargoyles not know what hit them.
we could do that. Do you think the gargoyles would be interested in picking up such small and perhaps hard to catch creatures? Coastal is an owl, isn't she? And Joy is an imp?
Joy will have
Well,
two less levels of exhaustion come morning.
Oh, yeah, she loses one. So that means her movement isn't halved anymore, but she has disadvantage on a lot of
It
stuff.
is half movement.
Oh, it is? Okay.
She has level 2, so she has disadvantage on checks and half movement.
Oh,
Ability
right.
checks,
Okay.
like persuasion, stealth, things like that. Not attack rolls or saves, but ability checks.
Do we still have exhaustion from traveling through the lands? I believe Vander got exhaustion
No.
when we camped.
Well, if you did, you'll get us resting in the safe, comfortable tavern. So come morning,
Okay, perfect.
no exhaustion levels.
Perfect.
So yeah, Vander, we put Joy and Coastal out. I can put an illusion of a dwarf out maybe playing with his newfound friends, and we'll see if the gargoyles swoop down.
Have your illusion improved though, Ancration?
Only one way to tell.
Because I feel like my illusion powers has drastically increased. So maybe we can even try to make something more lifelike. But I like that plan. I would not risk my well-being too much, at least.
Would I know what type of creatures they are?
Make a history check.
Oh, I'm so good at these. Oh, actually, I am good at these.
$15. So the word gargoyle was thrown around, and that tends to make sense for you. They're very well armored. They're. If you saw a statue right next to a gargoyle and you were asked to say which is a gargoyle and which is a statue, you'd have no idea. No one does. They're that good at looking like statues.
Right.
Poison is useless against them. And that's what.
Would I know what type of creature they are?
Elemental.
Elemental. Okay.
Elemental. Yeah.
Interesting. That would be working. Okay. I'm reading spells right now. Oh, interesting.
Sounds like a good spell.
Oh. Yes, that might have to be prepared for tomorrow. Perhaps I have a method of protecting us from them getting close.
Oh?
Yes, some magic from the Redeemer can maybe perhaps shield us from the elemental forms.
That sounds good.
The problem
I
is I
suppose.
need at least a minute to cast it.
And how long would it last?
It would last an hour. Plenty of time. However, the trap must be sprung at a decent opportunity.
We could perhaps use this before if we sneak close to the fort, and then you can cast it, and then we enter, or...
I can try.
What's the spell?
I
Josh?
can't actually upcast it and make it last longer. It is this. I don't think I've ever used this spell before, but it might come in handy here. Why is it not going to go? Why isn't it not transferring to the D&D Beyond?
What's
It's
the name of
Magic
this?
Circle.
Magic Circle.
Ah, yeah. Oh, we can't bring that with us. That's true.
Should get the legacy one. There we go.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I said never used this spell before, so like I said, this might be a fun time to try it. I'll definitely prepare it.
All right.
Yeah, it could work.
You need to cast it presumably within the fort it's almost like a safe base, right?
Yeah, that'd be the trick.
Right.
We could find a nice place, and then you can cast it, and then we go running around shouting and getting their attention.
And require great timing.
I can also cast it in reverse as like a trap for these creatures. Interesting. Right. I need a quick break, so let's take 5 and
All right.
discuss any plans
Yeah.
or something else when I get back.
See you.
See you.
So assume you're long rested. Exhaustion levels from the rain abate. Thanks to your generous tipping the day before. Breakfast is provided for free. And the day is yours.
Well, Vander. Well, not just Vander. Everybody, I have an idea. We don't know these roads that well, and it seems some of the doors might. What if I ask around if we get a guide so we know the easiest route to get to the fort?
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a feeling that most of the dwarves don't really want to go there, but if we, well, lure them with something, perhaps
I
we
don't
can
mean
find
to
someone.
lure them at all. I'm just, honest day's work for honest day's coin. And an honest coin, I'll give you a wink, Vander.
Well, forgive me for my poor choice of war and creation. I think I meant lure by giving them money for bringing them somewhere dangerous, but sure, I'll give them a proper day's work.
I'll go to the barkeep and just to test the waters, I'll start speaking to him in thieves' cant to see if he understands anything.
What are you talking about, you crazy man? Speak common for
Oh,
goodness
I'm
sake.
mumbling. I'm mumbling to myself. Sorry. Good sir. Do you happen to know if there's anybody in town that would willing to guide us on the best path to Fort Blackbell? For coin, of course. I will pay.
Look, friend, you've been very generous to me with your tips. You don't need a guide, just follow the road. You'll be fine.
There's no crevices or pitfalls or anything we have to avoid. It should be fine.
We used to use it as a fort base. Just follow the road. It's more complicated than you're making it.
Oh well. Why? Thank you, kind friend. Here, have another small tip. I'll give him another electrum. So, half a gold.
You're welcome here anytime, friend. Not sure how I can break up this useless piece of currency, but I'll take it with the spirit in which it was given. Such a weird thing, the electrum piece, right? One.
Yeah, I don't even know where we got them, but I have 5 of them, so I'm going to slowly use them.
All right.
All right, I'll go back to the group. Well, I guess it's pretty easy. We just follow the road. There's not really a guide needed.
Oh, that's simple.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, no need to wait around. I suppose we go.
Let's head out.
Barkeep also informs you it's a good day's travel to get there. The road is simple. The only slight thing is it kind of slightly uphill as you approach the Vorden Mountains to the north. It's a little taxing on the quads, I imagine. But of course, the rain continues to pour down. So can everybody please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Should be fine.
Oh, Evky, look at you.
5 for you.
And I'll roll for Orion. We'll just see if we get within close. And Kracian, Vander. Point of exhaustion.
Level 1 is just disadvantage on ability.
And, let's make a quick adjustment here. Okay, so you approach the outskirts of Fort Blackwell. I think I've done everything right. Oh, Black Bell. Sorry, not Well, Black Bell. should be able to see down at the bottom here what the fort looks like from the outside. And there is some sort of buildings on the outside of the fort. Do you see?
I see. Now, Malcolm, this gargoyle here and these two here, are they still there or are they gone?
Oh, they're there.
Okay.
They look like statues, though. They're not moving. And this would be the... I'll say this. Don't quite see how the art here matches up with the map. It's got me confused. But you see a large set of double doors at the front. They look like it's a fort, right? It's got doors on the front. This is falling apart in some places, and there's some outside buildings as well out the front, not part of the fort itself, just freestanding buildings. And then they've crumbled, probably through neglect. And yeah, just some could be workshops or something outside of the town.
Well, now, I think maybe we might want to check these outside buildings first in case of a surprise or something. Wouldn't you think, Avgi?
Oh, yes. How would
Sounds
we
like a
even
wise
detect?
move.
How would we even detect these gargoyles if some are alive or some are just ornaments, statues?
Well, that is a good question. I'm going to imagine that the most effective way is to make them come to us, but I would prefer to find another way to be able to spot them. I don't know if any of you guys have any magic that would be able to detect life. I know that I don't.
Ryan, by the way, can you make me a con save? Make your back, Josh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. You're not exhausted, but Incration and Vander are. Okay, sorry. Did you work?
Another way to do it would probably but just be to also, if we suspect a gargoyle, I guess we'll just hit whatever looks like a gargoyle, regardless of it being a statue or not.
Might be the wisest move.
I can agree with that.
But this place looks pretty big. May I suggest that we, well, before we venture inside, perhaps we can do a little bit of scouting with both Coastal and Joy. At least area and section by section, perhaps.
Vander, do you think that's wise? Joy doesn't seem to be moving that fast.
Well, she doesn't really need to move fast if she's invisible, I think.
Or she's still affected after the long rest?
Yeah, she had the 3rd level exhaustion and it's down to 2nd level.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
More power to you.
Okay, so you're going to send Joy out invisible?
Yeah, I think I will.
Make me a stealth check, just straight, because she's invisible, but she is exhausted. So just a straight stealth roll for Joy.
There we go.
19, pretty good.
Well, if it's straight, it should be 23, right?
Oh, sorry, you're right. Yep. So, not Coastal, Joy. Well, actually, there's a chance she gets detected. It's not a given. The Deception is wisdom? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're looking for natural 20 won't get him there, so she's fine. Joy. And you, the player, can see through Joy's eyes?
Yeah, I can.
I'll just move her around. She comes up here, and there's some abandoned, crumbling buildings. It looks like maybe there was a blacksmith or something like that there. She circles around the fort, getting a good look from the outside at least. Oh, 20 just seized up. Come back to me, roll 20. There we go. As she circles around it, there's I should make a perception check as well while I'm moving her around.
Yeah, sure. Just a straight wisdom, I think. 13.
Great wisdom? No, that would be a 3. She's exhausted.
Oh, yeah. You're basically blind.
I'll say this. Because she's so exhausted, you get a look around the outside. The only really useful information she manages to relay back to you is this outside area of the fort over here.
Well, as Joy moves around, I'm going to tell everyone what she sees. There seems to be an outside area. Kind of looks like it has a well, couple of buildings. Maybe that's been used as some sort of barracks or something from old time. But yeah, I didn't see any gargoyles, but they might be hidden better than first expected. But yeah, I didn't see anything obvious though.
Perhaps we should set up in the front part and you can create a distraction to draw them in.
Do you guys want to make the distraction at the gates? Or should we do it somewhere else?
Is it possible to do it inside, or did you find an entrance?
Well, I did find some doors into the fort, but if they are unlocked, I don't know. But I'm sure we'll probably find some way around it.
With some front gates on the fort, they were closed. With it through perception, not sure how hard it would be to open, but they're definitely closed.
Taking into consideration that the fort is, well, it's old, it has seen better days. I'm sure there might be some weakness to its integral structure, making it easier to perhaps go through some of the walls, or even the doors might be weakened from the time's decay. But we can discuss this all night if you guys want to. I'm sure the most effective way is to check out the doors ourselves.
Yes, let's check it out.
Are you heading to those buildings kind of outside the fort?
Yeah, I think we'll move to the buildings on to the outside first. Maybe take a quick peek and see what we see. At least Vander is going to do that.
So I've dragged you all up here. Just a plain old drag, so feel free to move around a little bit if you like. And I assume you're stealthing up there? Trying to be as sneaky as you can? Well, you better make me stealth checks then.
I will guide Vander.
Oh god.
Disadvantage, 12 and 16.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
Sorry,
good.
I forgot disadvantage. Thank you for reminding. Still 60.
So lowest
14.
14. Just check something. Oops. Okay. Well, being as sneaky as you can, nothing erupts from Fort Blackbell. So you seem to have snuck up here sneakily enough. And you see some buildings, apart from this one, they've all got their doors closed. And this one here is a well. And just peeking in the well, you can tell it's just completely and utterly taken over by the midnight curse with the rain. It's purplish water inside of there. So presumably not suitable for drinking.
Hey, Creation, do you think there's a secret entrance inside the well? I'll give you 100 gold if you jump into it and find it.
Yeah, that's a nice try, Vander. This rain's already knocking the wind out of both you and I. I ain't dumb enough to jump down in a well full of it.
Vander's going to give Creation a heartfelt smile and said, it was worth a shot. Would be so fun to see you jump into it. Especially with all the purple water.
Well, speaking of fun, you know, Avgi, Vander here did kind of let you get kidnapped and kind of experimented on and taken to the fighting pit, so maybe you should dunk his head in the water as some payback. Just some brotherly love.
I think it need some clarification. It's not Vander's fault I was kidnapped and experimented on. That was different circumstances. But the slavery is large.
Yeah, he did buy you and treat you like a slave for like, a good month.
Yeah. But to be honest, I should have been there more for him, as a brother. It's not the best way to treat family, but as the Redeemer says, we all have potential for salvation, and I hope and think that my little brother may have that potential as well. I've forgiven him for that part. Sorry to be a spoiled sport.
Creation looks a little sad as he's hoping you'd swirly Vander in the well.
Vander's going to stand in the back of Avgi and be like taunt you and be like showing you weird faces. And after Avgi has ended his argument for not throwing Vander into the well, he's going to just say, "Well, I'm so glad that you've finally forgive me, brother. I hope I will be able to do the same. I'm sure I will. You're such a kind-hearted guy. Just give me some time."
Yeah, some time.
Regardless, though, Vander is going to step up to this door, grab the doorknob, and turn over to the others. Should
But
we
just one
check
thing
out?
before that. Just one quick thing before that. You detect the presence of another torque.
Oh.
And it's up to 1 hex away. So when the 6 hexes I think that surround you, it's in one of those hexes. So it could be in Fort
Ooh.
Black. Well, you didn't detect in Nangrath, so it's probably not
It's
in
not
Fort
there,
Black
not
Belt.
there.
So
Somewhere
If we were in Nander, so we didn't see here or here, so it has to be here, here, or here.
one of
Yeah.
these locations.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so you sure it's not in Fort Black Belt because you did detect it in Nangrath, but you do detect it from there. So, see what comes as a matter of that. And sorry, Al, you were opening a door?
Yeah, I was just going to turn around to the others and, in a way,
Ah,
ask if
brother.
it's a good idea to open the doors. Should we do
He's
it?
gonna just gently push you aside. We know what happens if you do these things. Let your big brother take the brunt of it.
Oh, thank you, Avgi. And Vendor is just going to stand in the back and, well, relax.
Hmm.
Maybe you can take the others' doors as well when you're finished, Avgi. I'm
Of
curious what's behind
course,
those.
little brother. He's gonna take the dodge action to ready himself and swing the door open.
Well, first of all, the door is stuck, so I want to close it up for you. Why don't you make me an athletics check? Lock it.
Yeah, I can do that. Should be fine.
Oh yeah, no problem for Abby. So I'll unlock it and open it. This appears to be some type of leather working shop. Long abandoned, lot of rotting leather around the place.
Just some leather parts and stuff. I don't. You can, if you're good at looking through this stuff. It smells kind of, but knock yourself out.
Would you guys mind giving me 10 minutes? I want to cast a ritual spell. I think I'm going to cast Detect Magic, just in case for the coming 10 minutes.
Sure.
While I do this, perhaps you guys could check out the other buildings, see if there's anything of interest.
Sure. See if this door is stuck as well. Guard myself before I open it. Oh, it's locked. Ingration.
No, it's stuck.
Ah.
I just did that so you couldn't open it. It's swollen up in the rain.
Oh.
The lockpicks won't help.
I'll bash it in with my hammer.
Okay. Make an athletics check and we'll flavor it with your hammer.
That's a natural one, but yeah, 14.
It opens up. And as you glance in, you notice two things. The first is this is a blacksmith, long since abandoned, lots of rusted tools around. And
Spooky monster.
there is a bunch of crows in there. And as you open the door, they squawk and make a hell of a racket. And, at the very least, the noise would be heard by the fort. Like a bunch of about
Close the door.
30, 40 crows. Oh, tell you what.
Sorry to intrude.
We found their alarm.
Well, let's roll an initiative check. I'll just call it flat for the crows. It's a 10.
Yeah, that's a 14 for
So
Avgi.
you go first to close the door. And you say, sorry for disturbing you. Why don't you make me an animal handling check on top of that? And you're exhausted. Are you exhausted, Bone?
No.
You're not. Okay, so... I'm going to have something make a roll here to determine it. Beat that one. You quickly close the door, attempt to calm down the birds, and you stop and hold your breath for just a second, Bone, expecting flying gargoyle type creatures to approach, but they don't. You've saved
Shall
the
we
situation.
wait? Oh, good. Shall we wait a bit before we open the next doors? I don't want your magic to be wasted, little brother.
Wasted?
Oh wait, no. Avgi wouldn't know anything about magic. Yeah. He's gonna go for the next door.
It is swollen and slammed and shut with the rain. It's not locked, but it is jammed.
Can I unjam it with pure strength?
You can certainly try.
Athletics again, I suppose.
Guidance?
Yep. A little bit of guidance. Even without the guidance, you managed to wrench open the door. And this appears to just be some type of a woodworking shop. Once again, long abandoned.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say, doors are open. Don't go near this one. Don't disturb the crows. They make a racket. See if you can find anything. If you're better at sniffing out stuff.
If wants to have a look around, feel free to make a investigation check.
I'll give it a shot. I'll guide myself.
Okay.
13.
You find something. Little tools. Carpenters, smiths, leatherworks, and weavers' tools. Oh, except for the smith's tools, because they're in the one that was closed, so you don't ignore the smith's tools.
He's gonna pick up the carpenter's tools.
Sure.
He doesn't know how to use them, but maybe his soul did.
Whenever my detect magic ritual spell has been cast, I'm just going to walk on the outskirts of the buildings and try to see if I pick up on anything.
No, you do not. Magical detected.
Well, what did you say, Malcolm?
No, nothing magical detected. I'll let you know if
Okay.
something pings in the next wee while.
Alright. Well, guys, seems like there's nothing of interest here. Would be interesting to see what's inside of the smithy, though, but everything seems rotted away and long abandoned. And I too would be scared of the crows, so let's not push our luck.
Yeah. Ryan, do you want us to perhaps attract the attention of the gargoyles out here and then have them come to us?
That would be probably the wisest move. You walk in there, you may get ambushed. At least that's where you have the advantage.
Do you guys think that once we try to investigate that door, we're going to be swarmed by gargoyles? Or do you think they are, well, a little bit more sneaky than that, waiting until we're inside of the castle?
It depends how much of a racket we make. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, whether these are statues or gargoyles or not, there's 2 gargoyle statues here, none on the southern tower. So 2 on this tower, none on this tower to the south. Not sure that'll factor in, but that's what you see.
Well, there's 2 over there. I mean, if we want to agitate the gargoyles, I guess we could just sling something at them and see if they react. But it also might cause a domino effect of other gargoyles to appear as well, so. But I'm willing to take that risk if possible. If we need to. It's not really like we have much other choice. We need to get into that castle somehow.
Well, could just take them head on.
I do wonder if they have some sort of resistance to your cards, though, Encration. Maybe you would have the honor of trying to fling your cards into the into the gargoyles resting on the wall.
Sure, why not?
Take a shot.
They're over here, right?
And the other tower, the north tower.
Oh, this one. So,
Yeah.
okay. About how high up are they?
The tower is 50 feet high.
I will have to be directly underneath them then because of angles and stuff, because I only have a 50-foot range with them. So, directly underneath, steady aim, throw. 21?
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. And make me a Constitution saving throw.
Advantage because of our mask, I believe?
At advantage, yes.
Well, I hate to say this, but natural 20 for a 22.
Natural 20!
Because bad things can still happen.
Nice advantage, yes. Natural 20 succeeds, Doug.
Okay.
And you throw the card up. Takes a chunk off the gargoyle, and it does react in pain, but then it immediately retreats back under cover of the tower, like just retreats back inside.
Is there a second one up there?
Well, let's see. Get an 18 on initiative. No. So it ducks, both of them duck inside, well, retreat, so you no longer have line of sight on them. They're back inside the tower.
Okay. I'm guessing everybody's seen that, so I'm gonna just wait to see if we're gonna try to break through the walls or what.
Mm.
We can
Commander
try
is going to follow.
Yep.
So, what do you guys
try to
think?
get to the doors.
I could just break it in.
Obviously, yes, they know we're coming at this point.
Do you guys think that we should just keep on being aggressive whenever we see a whatever looks like a gargoyle, being it a statue or an actual gargoyle? Or do you guys think it's a bad idea to make everyone aware of us being hostile? Perhaps making them group up together in a big final showdown?
Might be easier just to get them all done.
I could be ready or at least place the magic circle right on the outside of the doors, and you have somewhere to retreat to if things get hairy.
Yeah, it's a good sort of protection.
Radius?
That's a 10-foot radius. I think it's going to be a circle, so I think it's going to be kind of like right here. It's probably what it's going to end up looking like. There you go.
Whereabouts? That's good there?
Yep. I was going to put it right there at the front doors.
Like there?
One more. Yep, right there.
Hmm. This takes a minute to cast, doesn't it?
It does.
As you begin casting the spell, 4 gargoyles appear on top of the guard tower, and they begin to swoop down to attack. They will appear to be defensive, but not if you're casting some spell. They don't like it. So, as they swoop down, let's
Roll for initiative.
It's dirty 20 for Avgi, if you can put that in. Thank you.
Yeah,
There's
mine's not popping in either, Malcolm. It's a dirty 20 for Accretion, if you can put him in.
Accretion. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a disadvantage because of your exhaustion?
Well, I rolled a second time. It was a natural 20, so it's still going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20s it is. So as Orion begins to cast the spell, you haven't yet completed it. The gargoyles appear over the banister and they're getting prepared to swoop down to attack. Sorry, I got these confused. With that guy over there, because this guy was the one that was damaged. You see one of them with cracks on him in Kracion. What do you do?
Steady aim and throw at the one with cracks.
Okay. The card comes.
Wow. Triple advantage. That was a 1, a 3, and a 7 on the dice. So a 16.
16 misses. Just
okay.
Flies up. Okay, Avgi, these guys, we'll say they're 50 feet in the air, high above you, but they're getting ready to swoop down.
He's gonna take an action to equip his Verdani Rippers. And let's see, the range of my telepathic terror. Doesn't say. No, I think I'll save it. So I'll stay close between Vander and Encration here.
So it's Abby's turn. Okay, one of these. There. Fast enough. One of them sweeps by next to you, Orion. As you've equipped the masks that you got from the dwarves, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Add advantage. They're trying to grab you. So make an athletics or acrobatics check. Oh, you're looking for a dirty 20. Oh, amazing.
Natural 20!
So they go and grab you. They fail. You get 2 attacks. So they try to grab you again. They really, really want to do this. So they roll again. The last time they roll an 8. Okay, dodging out the way, Randall. You are muted. Oh, Randall, sorry. Orion. You are muted if you're telling us what you're doing. Then it's going to use the last of its movement to fly 10 feet in the air. Tries to grab you, kind of swoops up, takes up in the air just a little bit. Orion, can you make an attack of opportunity if you so choose?
I will. All right, let me see if I can do this. Yep. Okay.
It's going to be a melee attack. Unless you're a warcaster.
I am a warcaster.
So what are the rules for warcasters? You can just... Is it any spell or is it a cantrip spell or...
Any spell that targets one creature.
Well, you can absolutely cast Inflict Wounds, and Inflict Wounds does indeed hit, so roll damage. Okay, a little bit of his concrete-like skin kind of turns very dark and then just flakes off. It's a very successful hit. Okay, Vander, feeling a little tired. What do you do?
A little bit tired, so I'm not going to walk far. I'm going to place myself next to Orion. And the one that tried to pick up Orion, I'm going to give it... I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration and use Unsettling Words, giving it 1d6 minus to its saving throw.
You can roll that if you like.
I can roll it now. 4.
-4. Okay,
That's
got it.
good. And then I'm going to use a 3rd level spell slot, cast Cause Fear. This one, this one, and this one. Wait, how far away are they?
These ones are 60 feet. Everybody except this one is 60 feet in the air. So you can really realistically do that one.
Yeah, I can just do the one, because if they're 60 feet in the air, then I would have to stand beneath them.
Okay, so just a first level slot then, I assume?
Yeah. Then I'm not going to use a 3rd level. I'm just going to use a 1st level spell.
Okay. With the D4, they need a natural 20 won't get him there. So this one becomes afraid of you. And that is a concentration spell, I believe.
It is, yeah.
So this one is terrified of you. Okay, good. Nice.
And then I'm going to take a step back. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Joy. Invisible Joy. visibly exhausted Joy.
Yeah. Joy is going to enter the circle and place herself next to the one that's frightened, and then end her turn.
The circle doesn't go up. With the casting of a spell, the concentration is definitely gone. So the safety circle.
No, it's not. It's not. It should be still up there. I'm still concentrating.
Well, but it took a minute to cast it, and as they saw you casting a spell, that's when they attacked.
Right.
And if it takes you a minute, this happens in less than a minute. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of what drew them from the fort, is they saw you casting some type of magical thing, and they figured that it must be bad, so they went from their place of safety specifically to break this down.
Okay.
If you like, you can continue to concentrate on it, and we can not do the inflict wounds. So it's up to you. You can continue to try and cast it, but I'll take the inflict wounds away from you.
Different anyway.
Do something different. Okay, all right. So the spell. Oh, there it is. Poof, gone. Okay. Does Joy still go there?
Yeah, she's just going to place herself next to the gargoyle.
Okay, you have to be hovering in the air, so 10 foot next to it, kind of hovering right next to it, but that'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Another gargoyle comes dive bombing down. And Kracian, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? At advantage. This mask around your mouth. No problem. It's going to try and grab you. It rolls a 18. Don't forget you're at disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Well, that was advantage, so disadvantage, that's an 8 plus 12, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is just enough. It's going to go for it again, though, trying to grab you. And this time it rolls a dirty 20 itself. And is it at disadvantage?
Dirty 30.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a natural 20 and an 18.
Okay. So it goes back up into the air 10 feet. You can have an attack of opportunity if you like.
Let's try to swipe a card across its face.
22 will hit. So just straight damage, of course. No sneak or anything.
8.
8. Okay, so a little chip falls off it. Then there. Same thing again. Dive bombing right next to you, trying to grab hold of you. Was another dirty 20. So once again, acrobatics at disadvantage.
It gets me that time, 14.
It grabs you and pulls you 10 feet in the air. So both you, so you're grappled, your movement is 0, you're not restrained, and you're pulled up into the air 10 feet. Finally got one of you. Okay, Orion.
I'm going to go move here real quickly. He's up 10 feet, right? So he's 10 feet in the air. This guy that was next to me.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I can move without attack of opportunity.
You can certainly try.
Oh. Well, I'm going to try.
Reaches down with his lance, which has a 10-foot range, and rolls a natural 1. So there we go.
Yay. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and try to help everyone else out with these, as I'm going to cast Bless at 2nd level, catching all of us.
Including yourself?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So everyone gets blessed.
And then bonus action.
Yep.
Starry form, archer form.
Okay, you can take a shot with that, I believe.
Yep. At the one that took a swipe at me with its little lance.
Okay. 19 will hit.
Right.
Oh, so I'm just staring at it. So 12 points of damage. Got it. Okay.
Right, and that will be my go.
Okay. Back to that. And Krayshawn, this thing's dragging you away. What do you do?
That is fine.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. I missed one of my own guys.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy. It's gonna fly over here. Ryan and Vander, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? At advantage, plus a D4. Vander and Orion. Ooh, Vander. And Orion, the con save. Still with us, Josh? I guess he's dealing with car repairs. Vander, you have 3 exhaustion levels.
Does it add 3 or is it just 3 blank? Because I had 1 from before.
No, it says up to 3. Yeah, here's the exact wording of it. Can only impose up to 3 levels of exhaustion. Does that mean?
I think that would. So I think
Yeah.
it would. Yeah, I think it would add it. So he'd go to 4. I think, unfortunately, because he's already had 1, and then it can impose 3 levels, and so it's each level you've added 3, so it would be 4.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
What is the 4th level of exhaustion? I don't think it ever had a 4th level of exhaustion.
Hit point maximum halved.
And 5th is just instant death, right?
No. 5th is speed is 0. 6 is dead. 6 is instant die.
So does that mean if Vander gets Bloodstained Lilacs once more, does it add yet another 3?
No.
It said it can't do any more. It can only impose the 3, even with multiple exposures.
So you're as poisoned as you can get, but still bad. And sorry, Drila. I'm gonna go backwards anymore. It's weird. Anyway, still. So that was just her getting there, and going to land on the ground. That'll be her full movement, but she's still going to attack Vander twice. Concentrate. It doesn't know. More sensible attack would be Orion. Break the bless, but it's not that smart. But it rolls a 15 and a 25. Vander.
Yeah. Yeah, both hit.
Both hit. That's 20 points of damage.
Oh no!
And
Well, my new max HP is 8. No, 28. I mean, so I had 8 hit points left.
Okay. And just a minor attack. You're attacking from range, so she can it can attack there with its 10-foot lance. Now in Krayshawn. See what
And
Vander,
a Constitution saving throw.
2 Constitution saving throws. This is just for detect magic, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, you maintain.
No, it's for the fear or cause fear.
Oh, it's for cause fear. Okay, cool. Well, they're still afraid. In Krayshawn, you're being dragged up into the fort, it seems. What do you do?
Okay. I'm only 10 feet up, right?
Yes.
And bones to the side. So, hold on. Where's that dang calculator that I saved? I'm 10 feet and Bone's 5 away from my square. That's 11 point. Okay, so Bone. This won't hit Bone. Perfect. So this is the one that has me, correct?
No,
Or is
it's
it
the other
this
one.
one?
It's the other one.
Okay. So am I more like right here? Or am I
Sure.
still right here?
We'll say you're right there. That makes more sense to me.
And this guy is also 10 feet up, so he's on equal footing with us?
Yes.
Perfect. I get to use it. So, I will use my bonus action, and you just see a whole puff of, like, cards appear around me, and then all of a sudden I disappear, and I appear right down here on the ground because of my 9th level shifting the odds feature. And I need both of these gargoyles to make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 14.
Charisma, but sure.
Or sorry, Charisma. Charisma, yeah.
Which is actually better. They got +3 Constitution and -2 Charisma, so works in your favor. And they're all a 15 and
13.
a dirty 1, I guess.
Okay, so they will take the one that made it's going to take half, and the one that didn't make it will take full. They take 4d10 force damage. So that is going to be 13 for the one that didn't make it, and 6 for the one that made it.
Okay. So
And
13, I think I rolled the one at the top will take 6. The one that was wrestling will take 13 as we harmlessly teleport with a crash of thunder down to the ground.
And then is Joy next to this one that's in the air?
Yep, they're both
Yeah.
10 feet in the air. Yep.
Perfect. Oh, because that was just my bonus. So I will just normal attack, throw a card, and if it hits, I'll get sneak because of Joy.
Yeah, that does it.
All right. Oh, a lot of 6s. That's good sneak damage.
Ooh.
35 total damage.
Shatters into 1,000 pieces. Okay, nice round. Evie, I'm gonna need you to make a con save, please.
Yeah.
Josh did type in the chat or Discord. He's away from the computer.
Oh no.
Just
I'll use my heroic
You-
inspiration
You
if
have
that
advantage.
fails.
You have advantage because you.
Oh, I had advantage. Oh yeah,
so,
okay.
So you're fine, as you were.
Ah yeah. Oh. Yeah, the mask, yeah, of course. So these two are up in the air, and Vander is looking bad, so he's gonna rush to the defense of his brother.
This one's on the ground.
Ah, good. Rush there in front of him. And bonus action Rage. And I
Nice.
have my Rippers out. So recklessly attack with my Vordani Rippers. 2. Oh, and a crit.
Natural 20
That's,
hits.
Um,
Don't even need the bliss. Well done.
Natural 20!
So let's see. This is the crit.
Oh,
This is the normal one, and that's 38 plus 6. So 44 damage.
Massive chunks of concrete, but it does survive the
Ouch.
assault by Evgi. So well done.
Just
Okay.
punching into it. Yeah, that's going to be my turn. Get behind me, brother!
Vander looking absolute shit. What do you do?
Yeah. How big is that? That's just 20. It's gonna help me. You know what? I think I'm going to drop my concentration. Well, it doesn't really matter anymore because that one's dead. But this time everyone is within 60 feet of me. So I'm going to cast Call Sphere 3rd level on everyone around me. The 3 of them. So they have to do intelligence saving throw. 17.
wisdom.
Oh yeah, wisdom.
And you should go top to bottom. Oh, that's maybe convenient. The one closest to you avoids the fear, but the other two do not.
Right. Oh, that's bad.
Super convenient.
Well, yeah, it is last in the. Yeah, that's fine. Since this guy has the lance, I'm not going to move out of its zone. I'm going to stay inside to not take the opportunity attack, and that's my turn.
Joy?
Joy is going to approach this one. She's going to drop her invisibility and use the help action.
Okay, so advantage on the next one. Joy starts going for the eyes. She's no longer invisible. Okay. This creature retreats back into the tower and out of sight. I'll do that. As does the one next to it, retreats back into the tower and gets out of sight. Oops. And that'll bring us back to Orion, who is dealing with glass people.
Can we? So there's only one more left.
2 retreated, but there's 1 on the board. So they're alive, but
One on the
somewhere.
board.
And 1 on the board.
If you have advantage, you can do an attack on it.
Is it within range for me to attack it?
It's within 10 feet of you.
If you step over, you can get there easily enough.
Advantage because of why?
Joy did the help action.
Oh! Does that help with range shots too?
Yeah, as long as it's not a saving throw, absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna fire a guiding bolt into it then. At 2nd level.
Ooh, nice.
I've got your character sheet up here, Josh. Do you want me to roll for it?
Yes.
So, at advantage. Whoops. Let's see what I get. Almost a natural 20, but a 23 will hit. And was it second? I did it first. Come on, 12 damage.
I think it's 40-10 for 2nd level.
That's 3.
2nd level is gonna be a 5d6.
Oh, 5.
Well, regardless, it does more than enough to shatter the creature. Just boom, in a dust cloud. So Ryan, there's every gargoyle that was around here has retreated back into the tower.
Alright, my bonus action's still up to, as far as story form, that lasts for 10 minutes, but at this point in time, I'll look around to the others. Is the idea to proceed, or we need to retreat? Looking at Vander, who looks like he's pretty messed up.
I would love to not be here right now, but I would also like to give those sons of a bitches some payback.
I think I can at least help with some of the damages anyway. As I'll pump in a level 2 cure wounds into them.
Would that be enough time for me to keep my rage and just I'll get the door open and just rush into the door and try
Let's
to
go through.
Attack the door.
Actually, you can't cure him because you just cast the cause. Oh no.
Okay.
You did something. You cast a
Guiding bolt.
Right? Yes, you can't cure him
Yeah.
just yet. We're going to maintain initiative order.
Okay, we're
so
going to do initiative. Okay.
Okay. Because of the rage factors. But in Cracion, feeling smug not being brought into the fort, what do you do?
I will actually just take a step over here and cast guidance on Avgi.
Okay, cool.
That way, if he wants to rage into the doors, he has guidance plus bless.
Okay, Avgi, absolutely, you can try and break down the doors if you like.
Yeah, it's gonna just full force, sprint, and just try to slam both his fists with the claws. Just punch open the doors with his full weight behind him.
Athletics at advantage, plus a d4 if you need it.
2d4.
Yeah.
Right, because of bless? Oh no, bless is in abilities. I always get that confused.
Yeah, I rolled actually quite low. So that's a 17.
You throw your back into it, try and rip it open with the claws, but it does not open. That's a terrible roll at advantage. 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
My goodness. Yes, you put your back into it, and it doesn't budge. You feel it's possible, but you just failed in this instance. Okay, Vander.
Could he try again? Because he has 2 attacks. Could he try to ram the doors a second time?
Sure. Try again. No, it's
Oh.
an action. No, it's an action to try and open. It's not an
Yeah.
attack. It's an action. So
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
No. Good looking out though. Vander, time for a little nap, perhaps. You look terrible.
Yeah, it's not the day hasn't been gone that good so far. Although I guess we'll try to stay vigilant for the time being. Orion's wanted to do some healing, but I think Vander is in a state where he feels kind of desperate to feel some sort of life running through his veins. So he's going to cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on himself.
Wise. Of course, keep your half hit points in mind.
Yeah, so my max HP is 28 currently.
Okay. So, feel free to move if you like, and now it's Joy's turn.
Well, I guess Joy's going to go to the barricade, the door as well, or the closed door. And she's going to go 10 feet up into the air.
Cool.
And that's her turn. Actually, she's going to turn invisible as well.
Okay. Turn invisible. Got it. Okay, they will do that. And Orion, back to you.
All right. So Vander looks how well now?
On a scale of 1 to 28, 20.
Wow, Vander really is in tune with his body. My goodness.
Okay. I'll go ahead and try to at least top them off over there. Give them a 1st level Cure Wounds.
You want me to roll that for you?
Yeah, it's a 1d8 plus 7.
Okay, why don't you roll that, Vander? Roll a d8 and add 7 onto it.
Alright, 1d8.
One.
So 8. That's perfect, though. That's what I needed.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so Ryan will have you doing that. Incration? Where is Incration? Oh, there he is. Oh, sorry, here we go. Incration.
How tall are the doors?
20 feet. They're quite big.
Okay. I am going to yell to Avgi. Avgi, get ready to throw me.
Fastball special.
Fastball special. And I'm going to start to run, jump on into Avgi's fists, and have him catapult me up on top of the doors.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I should have. There's doors, but there's stuff above the doors as well. Like it just doesn't stop there. The doors are 20 foot high, then another, say, 20 feet on top of that is rock.
Try to get on top of the rock. Try to get catapulted up.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's to throw you like, say, 30 feet?
Yep. Yeah, 30 feet, yeah.
Well, okay, so in Krayshawn, you rush towards Avgi, and Avgi, gonna try and throw him?
Yeah, I'm gonna just function as a springboard using my muscles.
Okay, we'll see if this works.
Is it my action to jump up like that? If not, I'd like to smack him with guidance as I land in his fists.
Oh, sure, as you're vaulting, you touch him and you imbue him with action. Okay. Athletics at advantage. Exhaustion levels to take into account.
Not very good. 22.
Hmm. Doesn't quite get you to the top, but you might be able to reach out and grab on with... I know you want me to say acrobatics, but I think this is pure strength. It's just, you don't quite get there, so there's no tumbling you can do, so it's just a matter of if you can hold on.
Okay, it's a matter.
Yeah, so athletics...
No way to, like, kick the rock and vault myself up with the...
Well,
okay.
And at disadvantage...
Oh, wow! At disadvantage, it's double 16s for a 15.
He's throwing you 40 feet in the air. We'll say you do a jump and you bounce up and you land right on top of the gates. And I won't tell the other people, just to give it away, but there are 4 gargoyles you see on the other side. I'm not going to reveal them on the map, but you see 4 gargoyles looking ready to attack.
Can I shout that down?
Sure.
I will. 4 of them!
Yeah, we'll do it like that. Alright, so Balance up there. Avgi, you threw him up there. Vander, what do you do?
Oh, was that my action? Or reaction?
It's your action to throw him up. That takes quite the effort.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I'll say because you throw your back into it, your rage maintains. Nothing else. Incration stepped on your face as he did it. Vander.
Well, I guess I'll just slowly move my crippled body after the rest of the gang.
Okay.
And I do try to maintain my concentration on the cause fair. I don't know if they succeed or not succeed on their saving throws, but I'm just going to hopefully cross my fingers that at least one of them will be scared or frightened. And yeah, that's my turn. With Joy, I think I'm going to follow Encration. If Encration is climbing up on top of the door.
That's 50 feet up, so... Oh, Joy can just fly up there.
Yeah, with Joy, yeah.
Okay, so Joy joins Encration at the top of the thing.
You like it?
Yeah, and that's my turn.
You got some company there, Josh?
Buckle, what? I'm not buckle.
Buckle. You're not. Quit lying. You're not. Sit down.
Hey, Josh, just so you know, we can hear you.
Before.
Sorry.
Oh, well, we'll just go with that. Okay, Joy vaults up. The creatures at the bottom just stay there. Josh, you're up.
Damn up. You buckle the correct way. You know some buckle me, you know that. I'm going to tell you buckle me that. Because it's your fault.
Gets distracted by kids. They'll do that, and back down to Encration. No, actually, no, I take that back. 2 of them fly up.
Buckle up.
up to the top where you are.
Yes, yes,
And
they
they're going
to.
And one of them. I'm just going to turn down Josh for a sec. And one of them's going to provide the help action to the other one, and they're going to try and grab you once again. So this is going to be their strength at advantage. And they roll a 21. So they grab hold of you and Creation, we'll say one of them does. And they're going to drag you 30 feet in this direction.
Whee!
Oh.
So I'll just put the grapple so we know which one is grappled. 30 feet, so they were there. 5, 10, 15, 25. Yep, there we go. So drags you over there. And yeah, now it's your turn, Incretion.
Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I just need to view grappled real quick.
Let's move into 0.
Oh, so it's not disadvantage on attacks or anything. Perfect. I will, I'll steady aim and try to... I'm going to steady aim and I'm going to try to slice off the lavender necklace it has on.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I want to see if the necklace is what makes them come alive, and if they lose it, will it go bye-bye? 23.
You slice off the necklace, and the lavender necklace falls harmlessly to the ground.
Gargoyle still a gargoyle?
Gargoyle
Or still a
good.
living gargoyle?
Still
Okay,
is.
okay.
Yep. So whatever the lilac necklace does, apparently it's not related to the lifelike thing of this gargoyle. Okay, that will be your turn then. That's that. Okay, Avgi, still on the other side of the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to push it up, I guess. Again, see if I can make it.
Okay, athletics at advantage. Not with guidance, unfortunately.
Wow.
Oh, you rolled pretty terribly again. An 8 and a 6. Yeah, you throw your back into it. I can't budge it. It's starting to creak and groan, but it's going to take an extra special effort to get through, which you don't. Vander.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel so useless right now, but this isn't Vander's strengths. Vander is going to walk up behind Avgi. He's going to place his hand on his shoulder, and he's going to bonus action give you a bardic inspiration. Say, "Come on, Avgi. Don't let this door stop us from entering and kicking those granite asses." And yeah.
Doors.
And I guess Vander will just take the dodge action as well.
Sure. Joy's on top of the gate. She sees Incretion being dragged away.
I guess Joy will slowly follow. She's not that quick with her exhaustion, but she'll try to follow. I don't think I can move Joy through the door though.
Okay, just move her there. You should be able to get her from there.
Hmm. Yeah. Joy will just... I think once Joy notices the other gargoyles, she'll stop instead, and she'll just stop on the inside of the door. And yeah, she'll just stay invisible and not engage in combat currently.
Okay. No, that's actually no. That's going to stay there. Movement of these guys. drags you over here in creation, drops you in the pit. In a pit, you take 3 points of damage. There you go.
Okay.
This isn't too bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
Nah, it's not bad at all.
This initiative was rather convenient, though.
Oh, come on.
Okay. So puts its head down. It's gonna. Does it hit that? Charges towards you. Can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Okay. 9.
You get knocked on your butt, and it's going to as it goes over the top, it tramples you with its hooves at advantage. Rolls a 17, which I imagine hits.
18.
18. Oh, okay. You avoid 18.
18 because the ion stone.
Nice. Oh, so what did I say? I said it should be 22. It's at advantage. You still?
Oh, 22 hits. Yeah, 22
sorry, I
hits.
forgot it was advantage. So 18 points of bludgeoning damage as it tramples you under its hooves. Then it gets its
All reaction uncanny dodge for half. For
so 9 damage. 9. And then it starts driving its horns into you. Oh, an advantage. Terrible. 13 that time, which is with its gore attack. Okay. Coming back over to here. That's at its turn. It's going to stay there. Josh is absent. He's going to take the dodge action because he's waiting for the doors to go down. It's going to swoop down there. And Kracion, what do you do?
I'm going to stand up.
Good idea.
And got a steady aim. Which one would he attack? He's worried about... the gargoyle's probably going to leave me in here, maybe go help his buddy. So I'm going to attack this, whatever this is. That is a natural 20.
Natural 20 will definitely hit.
Natural 20!
What's my sneak up to right now? 5d6, 10d6. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, you needed this, my friend.
10d6, 2d4, and plus 5 to this. Come on, a lot of 6s. And plus 5 to that is going to be 50 points of damage. 5-0.
Couldn't do anything against that. No, so 50 points of damage. You do a massive hit, perhaps out of sheer panic and desperation. Did I show the hit points? Yep. So
Yeah, I see.
See how much damage you did, and it didn't like that. Avgi, bardically inspired, perhaps one more shot at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely one more
If
shot.
not, I'll have to use my inspiration. Let's see.
Do you have bardic? Oh, there
Bardic.
we go.
Yeah. I'll use my bardic as well. That's 36.
Oh, strong.
And you bust open the doors, and there are 3 gargoyles there, weighted with prepared actions. So imagine you burst through to like there.
Yeah.
2 of them were feeling confident because they didn't see their source of fear, but now they see Vander, pathetic as he looks at the moment. So 2 of these attacks, 2 of these 4 attacks are going to be at disadvantage. So they stab at you with a lance at disadvantage. Oh, it turns a natural 20 into a dirty 20. So take 10 points of damage, reduced to 5 because of your rage. Second attack's a natural 1. 2 more at disadvantage. A 12 and a 16, Avgi.
Let's see. The first there was 5 damage, and then how
Yep.
much?
Uh,
Yeah, a 16 would hit. No, a 16 would miss as Let's see. The first one hit me with a dirty 20 for 5 damage because of my rage. And until I lose 5 more temporary hit points, I have 17 AC. So would the others hit?
What's 16, so it misses. But there's still 2 more
Yeah.
attacks which aren't at disadvantage. 9 and another dirty 20. So another 7 points of damage reduced to 3 because of your rage. And that's their prepared action. As you bust through, the gates are now open. Okay. That would be your turn. Yep. Okay, Vander.
That one. Yeah.
Action
since
to
they're
break down
feared, I'm not
doors.
going to use my action. Yeah, I'm not going to use my bonus action or anything.
Okay. Vander.
Vander's going to use his. He's actually going to use his bonus action first and make Joy attack.
Sure.
And Joy.
At advantage?
Yeah, I guess it's just not a straight roll because of Joy's exhaustion.
No. No, that's at 3rd level of exhaustion you'd get. What is it now? First?
It's third level is disadvantage on attacks.
Okay, so he has advantage. Oh, perfect. Love that. I think Joy will just attack this one that's lost some HP.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, I like that Joy is doing some nice crits. That's fine. So 2d4 plus 3, I believe it was. Let me double check. Yeah, so 7 magical damage, and they're immune to poison, so I'm not gonna roll for their. Don't need to roll for that.
Okay.
And for Vander's main action, he's going to cast. He's going to cast Sleep, 3rd level, and he's going to. He's going to place the cube here.
The back 2, in other words.
Yeah, so everyone except Avgi is going to be covered. Also, Joy. Joy is probably going to fall asleep because she only has 10 HP, but let's see what happens. I've often thought about using sleep, but I never seem to do so I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. So that means that sleep is normally 5d8. I'm going to add 2 levels, so that's 4 more die, so 9d8. $45 hit points.
And you're you're targeting the back 2? You could target the back 2 and not Joy. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that probably makes more sense.
Actually, they weren't flying, so the top one falls asleep as you cast Sleep on it. And if only you'd rolled 2 more, we would have got the other one as well.
Oh well.
Yeah, so one of them goes to sleep regardless.
It's not a concentration, by the way.
Yeah, but it needs an action to wake them up, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that one goes to sleep. They're not immune to sleep. So well done.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
And yeah, Joy has used her action to attack, so she can't do anything else.
This one, no, that one's fine. That one's not asleep. But it get attacked by Joy. So it's going to attack Joy twice with its lance at disadvantage because it sees a source of its fear, which is Vander. Oh, a double natural 1, that'll definitely miss. And another natural 1 at disadvantage. So,
wow.
I mean, look at this. Look at these rolls. I'll put it in Discord. Isn't that spectacular? If only it was a big bad, that would be very good. That's a disadvantage. So that guys, yeah. Shall give him a wisdom saving throw because I've been forgetting to do that to get rid of his fear. He gets rid of his fear with an 18.
Oh.
So he's not afraid, but the fairness definitely did its work. And this one is the only sensible thing is to gang up on Incration. So it's going to attack you twice with its lance Incration. First one, ooh, a 10, terrible. Second one, a 13, terrible. Okay. Now, the big boy.
This thing.
This thing will leave the surprise to the other people. Give me a Constitution saving throw, if you'd be so kind.
Does my mask help with this?
Ooh. I'll say yes. Yes, it does.
Okay.
It's breathing out a green, noxious gas. And
22, and I'm blessed if I need to use bless.
You don't. You're fine. So that'll be its roll, and it gets annoyed that whatever would have happened doesn't happen. And back over to these guys. That guy's asleep. He won't do anything. Ryan, I guess, will shoot his bow at something. What's he do his bow? We'll just shoot with his guiding. We'll do a guiding bolt. That's what I'll do. Which will hit for 17 damage and advantage on that one. Okay, so the guiding bolt goes off. It's a beautiful hit. We'll go here. He's not afraid. He's going to take Evgi. Evgi's left himself open with a reckless attack.
Did I?
Oh no, you opened the door. I think that was for something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from before. So it's going to do 2 normal attacks with its lance. The first one, a 12, and the second one is a 10. I was rolling so well to start with. Okay, switch over to a different area of the fort in Cration.
All right, I'm going to slash the card across this guy's face, and I'm going to charge it and make it one of my special cards.
A steady shot.
And steady aim, yep.
Yeah, okay.
That is a 27.
That is enough to hit.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Don't take this damage yet. Okay, so perfect. I rolled a 3 on the dice, so it takes 20 damage, and I regain half of the damage dealt from my sneak attack as HP, so it takes 20, and I regain 6.
Okay, it's you see it's annoyed. It's going to do something interesting next turn. But we'll get to that, because it's not its turn, but it is Evgi's turn.
Oh, yeah. Guess I'll attack the first one here with using the guiding bolt advantage. See, there it is.
Oh, 28, yes.
Good hit.
28, yep.
Wow, low roll. That's 12 damage.
The rage, excellent.
And I'm gonna give it another go. Not recklessly, just normal.
Sure.
Let's see how much. Yeah. There it is. 18.
Yep, 18 hits. Slash at it with the rippers. Oh, 15. It's barely hanging on, but it is hanging on. Okay, nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn. I'm
Vander.
gonna.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good turn. Ah.
Okay, Vander.
Okay. Right. I'm going to try to hit the one that Avgi has attacked with shield touch. 19 should hit. Oh, 8 points of necrotic damage to this one.
At exactly 8 hit points. So
Oh,
if a chill
perfect.
touch says it, it just freezes up, lands on the ground, and shatters into 1,000 pieces.
Perfect. And as for my bonus action, I will use that to try to attack the one that's not sleeping with Joy.
Okay.
17.
17 will hit. It's exactly their armor class.
Oh, perfect. Love that. Yeah, so 7 points of piercing damage.
Got it. All right, so that's Joy, that's Incretion. Okay. Okay. Okay, once again, the gargoyle is going to attack you twice, Incretion. Once with a 17, two 17s. Which
Miss.
Both miss. All right. the Gorg, the big bull type creature, moves back and gets ready to charge. You take attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Okay, so it comes charging towards you. Make me a strength saving throw.
15?
15 is not enough. You end up on your butt. And as it tramples over the top, it makes a hooves attack at advantage, rolling at 23.
Mm-hmm.
It tramples you for 15 points of damage.
Uncanny dodge for 7.
Which is a reaction, right? That's why you saved it?
Yep, which is my reaction. That is why I saved it.
Okay. Then it drives its horns into you for a 27 at advantage and does 28 piercing.
Okay.
Might have been good to do that the other way around, but you never know, do you?
Never know.
Okay, so this guy's asleep. He's not going to do anything. Orion's going to cast another guiding bolt. Oh, an actual one. Never get the DM to roll for you. He's going to move up a bit though. And increase your.
I'll stand up.
Using half your movement.
Yep, so I can't steady aim now. Let's see here. What does my thing say? I'm sorry, 1 second. Card Gambit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my final charge to charge my card, because I can only do 2 per long rest.
Cool.
And because I haven't used my sneak attack, if it hits and if I get a 1 or a 3 or a 4 on my damage roll, I'll get my sneak attack damage. So let's see here. Norm 1 attack, no advantage. 25. 25 hit?
25 hits, yeah.
Okay. And this is... that is my table. So on a 1, 3, or a 4, I'll get some sneak attack stuff. So let's see here.
Don't roll a 2, in other words.
Don't roll a 2, in other words. I rolled a 3.
Okay,
which
great.
is actually what I wanted. So it takes 26 damage, and I'll get half of that as HP back, which would be 13.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. Okay, cool. And
I'm all out of charges, and I will bonus action, actually, since I have that. Can I... cutting action. I won't bonus action, actually. I will just stay where I'm at.
we switch our attention to Avgi at the front gate.
Yeah. Do I hear something going on in which direction?
Kracia.
For air. Incration is. He's gonna yell out, Incration, where are you?
I'm guessing I hear that with a passive of 18.
Sure. Yep.
They took me in some room. Head through the rubble and you'll see a door. There's some big creature in here.
Okay,
Is
which
this one
direction does that come from?
Oh, there's only one way to go, which is up this kind of path this way. So just follow your nose. And I'll say this guy's asleep, so you can step over top of him.
I don't want to leave Vander alone though, so I'm going to step on top of him, and then I'm going to attack his friend here twice. That was let's see, 15. I'm gonna do it recklessly. I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration for that. To roll again.
Ah, there we
That
go.
should hit.
That one, that'll definitely hit. Yep. So you rip him with the rippers.
Yeah, that's 15, and
Okay, he's still hanging on.
another 17. So that's
Enough. Shred
Enough.
it to pieces. Yep.
yeah, and then he's going to continue running towards where Incration is. That's 15. I can move. Let's see, 25. There. Yeah.
Okay.
So, can I retcon one thing, Malcolm? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I just seen my bonus action. I'm going to bonus action cast guidance on myself. Since we're level 9, I can do it as a bonus now. I didn't realize that.
Okay, cool. Because why not, right?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vander, you see Avgi charging up through there. What do you do? There's only this one guy and he's asleep.
I'm going to be a little bit reluctant because of this one and because of everything else that could be hidden. Vander is currently very slow, so he's not feeling too brave. So he's going to stay with Orion for the time being, but kind of needs to do something with that. With that gargoyle, so
It's asleep, don't
don't really. Yeah, but it's not going to be sleeping forever though. Just for a minute. But I guess Vander will just tag along for the time being. His movement was reduced to half, right?
Mhm.
So he's going to use his action to dash. And yeah, that's his turn. Now he's going to bonus action and give Avgi Bardic Inspiration again, and just tell him to try to save Encratia.
Okay.
And Joy is going to use her action to turn invisible and slowly follow Vander as well.
And the 2 exhaustion creature follows the 4 exhaustion creature, both stumbling along. The gargoyle right next to you in Kracian is going to stab you twice with its lance, rolling an 11 and a 17. Wow, not good. The Gorgon is going to do the same trick. It's going to back up and then charge again. Attack of opportunity if you want it. No,
Nope.
Strength saving throw.
I forgot I have bless, so let me remember to add bless to this.
Oh yeah.
16 plus 4 for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is good enough. So you do not get knocked prone. Doesn't get to trample you, but it still gets to gore you. Not at advantage or anything, just a straight roll for a 24.
24 hit?
Can't hit with advantage, but do with disadvantage. So 18 piercing. I assume you dodged that.
Yep. So 9.
9. Okay. Oh, getting close. I see your hit point bar. It's going to be tight. That guy goes to sleep. Orion is going to rush in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's just behind. It's to there. Come back, Orion. To there. And Christian.
Did not have to stand up, so steady aim. Card across his face.
Okay.
28.
28 hits.
Come on. Bunch of 6s. 21 damage.
Let's have a rather pathetic cow sound and falls to the ground dead. That,
Yeah.
the first natural 20 sneak attack he did was needed.
It's
Okay.
so low. Okay.
Evgi, your passive perception is 12. Notice there's a gargoyle hiding around the corner here. I rolled a 4 for its stealth, so I'm going to say you notice this gargoyle trying to hide to stab you as you go past, but you spot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush straight for it. Just ramming into it recklessly with Verdani Rippers.
Technically, he still had a prepared action, so it's going to try and stab you with its lance.
Yeah.
But it's not hidden, so it's a 13, so it's a miss anyway. Okay, charging forward with the Verdani Rippers. Yep.
Yeah. Should I make a Constitution saving throw with advantage as well because of the?
Yes, please. Yep.
Yeah, just roll the attack first. There we go.
22 and 26.
With advantage. There we go. So that's the con saves. Yeah.
Goodness for the mask, because 10 would have failed. Mind you have your bless as well, so there we go.
That's true.
So that's 12 damage.
11 and
11. Okay.
And 18, so 39.
So is it plus
No,
3 or
it's
plus?
29, yeah. Plus 3 now for my rage bonus, so that's 29 damage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Rather surprised that you spotted them, but you burst through and attack them with the rippers, and you hear the commotion coming the other side of this door. There. So that's where you figure Incration was taken. Vander.
Yeah, I think I'm going to follow as well. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to I'm going to use a second level spell slot and cast is it Corrupting Ichor.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bad one. Yeah, that's a miss.
That's
sad.
a miss. Yep.
Oh well. And I'm not going to do anything for my bonus action. I will make Joy dash part of her movements. Oh, that's wrong. Over here. And that's my turn.
Okay. So as you advance up on him and slash at this creature, it looks a bit bigger than the other ones. But it's still going to... attack with its lance twice. We'll just do that. You attack recklessly, so there's a bad advantage. So natural 20 and a 21. You take... Whoops. You take 14, 21... 31 points of damage, reduced to 15 because of your rage. And it's just carving into you. The The other one over here, Encration, is going to attack you twice with its lance. One hits with a natural 20 to take 19 points of damage, reduced to 9 if you dodge it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Creature's dead. That one's asleep. Encration.
Don't you have to get children?
Ah! See you later, guys. It's good. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, see you.
Good dash. Bye.
Thanks for